Alright, so this is gonna be a My Little Pony tier list. I know, tier lists are super original. No one has done them before. But to help me on this impossible journey, we have the one, the only, amazing Big C.
Hello.
Aren't you so interested in doing this My Little Pony tier list? It's a very manly
Oh yeah, I
thing
can
to
just
be
feel
doing.
the testosterone flowing through me.
I feel like I'm just growing as an individual. Like
Uh,
I'm building muscle mass while I'm talking about My Little Pony.
this show is just steroids. All right, this show's made me stronger. I'm a strong, independent man.
So neither of us are gonna sit here and pretend that we are like the most in depth at the show. We both watched it. We've watched seasons 1 through 9 semi recently. I watched it about.
I watched mine like. Okay, I'm gonna lie. I did not watch season 9. I think I stopped on season 7.
You didn't watch?
No.
Oh, that's just. How dare you? That's. Ooh, you're hurting me. But
Listen, man,
he
I
watched
started
it a while ago. We both watched the movie like a week ago. Like we just watched it together again, like a
I
rewatch.
watched it like 4 times.
Yeah, we watched it a bunch. I watched the entire thing in like 2 months, a couple of months ago, during quarantine. You know, I had nothing to do, so I'm pretty fresh. So if Big C has any questions about who the heck some of these characters are, hopefully I'll be able to fill in. All right. All right, let's go for it. So obviously the first person we got to go with is Twilight Sparkle, protagonist of the show.
Main character, yeah, that's all. She's got plot armor.
Oh yeah. So I would say that most every one of these main characters is either in A or S tier. It's just depending on which one. Would you agree to that, or do you think that some of them are lower?
Well, they're all great people and they have good morals behind them. So I do believe that they deserve S and A tier.
So which one would you think Twilight would be in?
Twilight is a solid A tier.
You think A tier?
Well, no, S tier actually. I mean, Twilight's not a fun character. Like really, she's not fun, I would say. But Twilight has her morals in check. She's a very kind, caring person. She loves her friends, and her friends love her.
Yeah.
She is the main character, but I don't think she has that like spirit, like that fun spirit that the show provides. You know what I mean?
She's kind of like the base, you know?
Yeah, she's kind of
like she's
basic.
like the foundation.
Yeah.
I would still say she's a good character. Purple is my favorite color, so I'm a little bit biased.
Purple is my favorite character color too, but
I mean, like she likes books. She's like a kindred spirit to me. I would put her in S tier, but I get what you're saying about like she's kind of basic. So whichever one you think, A or S, I'll put her in.
I think A, but
okay.
You can do whatever you need.
I think that's fair. The next one we got here is Applejack.
All right, Applejack is a solid S tier for me.
Really?
She has very good morals. She's courageous. She's courteous. She's kind too.
Is her thing courage? I know they all have like abilities. I think she's bravery. Maybe.
She is bravery.
Okay.
No, she's honesty.
Honesty. All right.
She's honest. She is pretty fun. She's not boring.
You think she's honestly an S tier?
Yeah, honestly.
You think she's better than Twilight Sparkle?
Yes.
Oh wow.
No doubt about it.
I don't agree with that. I think she's lower than Twilight Sparkle, but I don't know.
We can have our own opinions.
If you think Applejack is an S tier, I think Twilight Sparkle should also be an S tier.
Alright, put Twilight back in S tier.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I agree that Applejack is really good, but I don't think they would be in the same tier, I feel like. Alright. Next is Fluttershy.
Alright.
I'm not the biggest Fluttershy fan. I think she's a good character. I'm not like super into her. She doesn't talk very much. You know, she's really shy. Likes animals a ton. I just
But you need to understand her name is Fluttershy. Can't forget that she is shy. Like, but that's her whole.
that's true.
I would say A tier for her. I understand what you're coming from. She doesn't really bring that umph and spirit into the show. But me personally, S tier. But A tier's fine because I understand where you're coming from. You know, she's not really as memorable as all the other characters.
Yeah, I'd say there's just a lot of really good characters, and she's just like a pretty good character. That's why
Yeah,
I think A tier would be good for me.
yeah.
What about Rarity? Just so you know,
Rarity?
Rarity is like one of my favorites in this entire show. If it were up to me, she would just go straight to S tier. But I want to hear like your thoughts on her.
Of course, Rarity's fun. Rarity is a very fun character. She has a lot of emotions.
She's always like,
She always
darling.
has over the top emotions, which I think is very fun.
Mm-hmm.
She's very nice. She's
an entrepreneur. She's got like a whole business going.
I don't think the show would be the same without Rarity.
Yeah, she brings a lot of the fun. Like, she's kind of like the other side of the spectrum of Pinkie Pie. Like, Pinkie Pie is like this exuberance of fun. She's just kind of like this passive fun. Like, every time Rarity's in the room, I just feel like something interesting is about to happen.
I think Rarity has more passion than Pinkie Pie does.
Ooh. I don't know. I feel like Pinkie Pie is kind of passion exonified. Or exemplified? One of the two.
Oh, yeah, but Rarity there's no other pony that has the work ethic of Rarity. You have to admit. Well, Applejack, of course, but Applejack is like more on like Applejack doesn't have her own business except for the family apple cider thing she's got going on and selling.
She talks like a country person.
Yep, you.
We already started talking about Pinkie Pie. Did you say that she's your favorite character?
Yes, 100%. Straight to S tier if I could.
I mean, I think she's really good too. I'd put her in S tier if you want to. But like, why? Like, what's your reasoning behind it?
She's the most fun and energetic character in the show, and I think she is, needed in that show. Personally,
she's like a cup of coffee. Like every time she pops in, I'm like, okay, waking up.
yes.
Every time she feels sad, like there's a couple of episodes where she's like gloomy. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Which I think
my world has been shook.
Of course.
All right.
So
S tier
for her, I'd say S tier.
I'd agree. I think she's S tier. And then the last of the main 6, is Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash, A tier.
A tier? You're not as big as a fan?
Nah, not that big of a fan on Rainbow Dash.
I guess she's kind of egotistical sometimes, full of herself a little bit.
She is very egocentric.
Very confident.
She is very confident. I'd say A tier, but I think
I can get behind that.
I think she's overconfident.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like she doesn't learn anything. Like, it seems like the others kind of get over themselves. Like, Fluttershy becomes less shy, Pinkie Pie becomes more approachable, but Rainbow Dash never gets less full of herself.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash she hasn't really changed during the show. Have we seen any of her family, really?
Yeah, actually, her family was in an episode about her family was the reason that she was so kind of full of herself was because they cheered her on all the time. Like, everything she ever did, they were like giving her trophies and like, whoa, you're the best, I love you, Rainbow Dash, that kind of thing.
So they fueled the fire.
I'd agree A tier. Alright, next one. This is my favorite character in the whole show, Spike. To me, S tier stands for Spike. Like, S is Spike.
Great to S. Spike deserves that S tier spot.
He's just I just
He's
love
been
him.
there since the beginning. We haven't seen much character development for Spike, but
He doesn't need any. He's already perfect.
I know. I like the spunk. his oomph that he has in his personality.
He's got some good jokes.
He's a very manly little tiny dragon. He's very manly. Got testosterone flowing through him.
He's like, oh yeah, it's dragon time.
He can eat crystals, which I think is pretty cool.
He's got a very refined palate. Only the most expensive.
Of course.
Alright, the next one, Apple Bloom. So we're moving on to the Cutie Mark Crusaders. So this is kind of like the leader of them, Applejack's sister. I was never too much of a fan of her. Like, I think she's a good character. I'm just not like...
What's her name?
Apple Bloom.
Apple Bloom.
Hopefully. I hope I didn't get any of these characters' names wrong.
Leader of the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
Mm-hmm.
Solid A tier.
You
or
think
B
A
tier? I think B tier. She's kind of annoying. B tier.
Yeah, I'd say B or C. If you're saying A or B, and I'm saying B or C, I think B is a good meet in the middle.
Yeah, we can meet in the middle there. Yeah.
I think she's good. She's okay. I'm just
good.
Not super digging her. Like, there's better Cutie Mark Crusaders, and there's better characters than the Cutie Mark Crusaders. So I think she deserves to be in B tier.
Of course.
All right, next one is Scootaloo. The pony who can't fly, that has wings.
She can fly.
No, she can't.
Actually, she can. Remember, she learned how to fly, my friend.
No, she didn't.
She didn't?
No, she didn't. She rides on a skateboard.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She, like, propels herself.
Forgive me for sounding like a dummy.
How dare you. Fake fan. You're out of the Brony fan club. You're not allowed at BronyCon.
Bro, I wasn't even part of that fan club. What you mean?
Bronies aren't real people, alright? They're not real. They're fake.
They aren't.
They're just over eager.
They really are.
They really are, though. Alright, Scootaloo, I think she's better than Apple Bloom. I think she's a cooler character. I'm not sure if I would put her in A tier, but I would put her... I guess I'd also put her in B tier, but for the record, I think she's cooler than Apple Bloom. What do you think about her? Do you like her better or worse?
Sweetie Belle or Scootaloo?
We're talking about Scootaloo. The one on...
Scootaloo? Oh, yeah,
right
she's
here.
cooler than Apple Bloom. Scootaloo, but like I said, she's like Rainbow Dash, very cocky. So...
Well, hold on, I think we should think about this. Do you think Apple Bloom, this one over here, is this one like a mediocre, like a middle character? Or do you like her a little bit more than the middle? Bless you. Because we can't say every character is...
She's more... I think Apple Bloom is the most morally... has her morals more in check than Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not as fun as Scootaloo, and she's more fun than Sweetie Belle. So
I think they're all like in the same tier, though?
No, I think out of the Cutie Mark Crusaders, out of all of them, Scootaloo's the best, Apple Bloom's the middle, and Sweetie Belle is probably the worst, in my opinion.
So, like, when you're saying best to worst, let me just get them all on screen. How about that? So we can talk about all of them.
Best to worst, Scootaloo, Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle.
But do you think they're in the same tier?
No.
You think, like, B, C, and D tier? Or, like, A, B, and C tier?
A, B, and C.
Okay, so you think Scootaloo is... Oh, I just messed that up. You think Scootaloo...
Yeah, Scootaloo's the best, so Scootaloo deserves the A tier.
I'd agree with that. I think she's A tier. I think Sweetie Belle is pretty good, too. But I would say B tier. But
so,
you think these are both B tier?
I'd say so. I mean, yeah. Hey, do you think... I think we're doing a lot better with this one than we did with the cracker.
We're going into a lot more detail. Oh, by the way, we made a cracker tier list. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. This is the cracker tier list we made. So we got, what are these called? Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are the top, and then we got these going from descending order. Yeah,
I don't care what anyone says. They're the best.
this is like our resume. Like you can trust us because we know about crackers.
I've eaten a lot of Cheez-Its in
I
my
mean,
life. Let me tell you.
Trust a cracker to know a cracker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen, Reese, you actually like whale crackers.
Whale
I can't.
crackers are good. I think they deserve to be higher than.
Nah, bro, they taste like butt.
They're good. They're
They
good
taste
crackers.
like butt.
I mean, that's why they're in D tier because you said they taste like butt. But
No, they like actually taste like butt.
all right, let's focus on. All right, let's go back to this. That was a whole. We had a whole discussion about whale crackers. All right, this is Babs Seed. She was in like 1 or 2 episodes. She was like the cousin that. Do you remember her? First off, like,
Yeah, she's a New Yorker, isn't she?
she talks like this. You know, she's a New Yorker, Bostonian accent, y'all.
We haven't seen much of her, so I'd say a D tier for me. I haven't seen much of her.
Yeah, I don't like her. I'm not a fan of her. She was mean, and then once she wasn't mean anymore, she was just boring. I would say D tier, if you would agree with that.
Yes.
She's not a bad person, I just am not a fan of her character, and that's what this is about. I just don't really like the character very much. Alright,
Yeah.
Princess Celestia is the next one. It's like the all-powerful, omnipotent, omnipresent, but actually...
I'd say A tier. I think all the princesses, I think the princesses except for Cadence in Twilight deserve an A tier. Twilight's main character, so she automatically gets S tier, right?
She's got that crisp plot armor to get her into S tier.
Yeah. Cadence, I'd say, is more of a C tier. C for Cadence.
We'll get there when we get there, but for starting, just Celestia. You think Celestia is A tier?
Yeah.
I think she's pretty cool. I would consider A or S tier, but I'll go with A tier. In the early seasons, she never does anything, and she's always just sitting in the background doing nothing.
Yeah.
But in the later seasons, she actually starts to get like a personality, and she's cool. So, yeah, I'd say A tier. I think she's a pretty good character. Not as good as like Spike or some of these other ones, but she's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty on the same spectrum, Princess Luna, her sister. She's kind of cooler because she's got that like edgy emo goth look. Do you have an opinion? Like, would you say she's higher or lower, or about the same?
Well, no, I'd say it's about the same.
Yeah.
I like Luna. I like her personality.
But she's pretty cool. She's got some cool powers. Like, she can go into people's dreams.
I liked that one episode where, remember when, this was like when she first came back. This was like early in the series.
Mm-hmm.
And like, everyone was scared of her, but then like she actually tried her best to like, for people not to be scared of her. She actually won it. I thought there was very good character development in that one episode when we first met her. So
like,
I'd
talking
say
really loud. I remember that.
Yeah, she's a solid A tier.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think
but
the Nightmare
I do
cool too.
I do wish they brought back some of that side of her because we don't really see that anymore. So we never really saw that, her talking louder, her, that side of her personality. We only saw the calm and collected princess side of her. We never saw what we saw at her, which I kind of miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. Next one is Shining Armor. This is the brother of Twilight.
It's bland.
Yeah, I would say like either middle or lower.
C, probably.
I want to like him more. He's kind of cool, He's like on the Royal Guard and all that kind of stuff, but...
A man in a girl's TV show, so you got to give him some cred there.
Yeah, I guess. But he's just kind of there, Like he doesn't bring much to the table. He's just there. So I'd say C tier. Would you agree with that?
Of course, yes.
All right. Oh, just so you know, actually, I'm not going to tell you what I was about to say. I was going to tell you how many characters there are that we have to go through, but I'm going to leave that as a surprise.
Are there a lot more?
There's a good bit.
All right.
Princess Cadence is next. The wife of Shining Armor. kind of a
solid.
cookie cutter character again. Like doesn't do too much, just kind of rules the Crystal Empire. Um, do you have do you like her more than like a regular character, or what are your feelings on her?
No, I'd say she's more of a C tier with shining armor.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Just I don't know, some of these characters just don't get enough time for me to get to like them. Like they're okay. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, Princess Cadence is terrible, but
I like how
just,
some of these characters are named after objects.
well, I guess Shining Armor is kind
Shining
of
armor.
obvious. Alright, next
Parents.
we got Prince Rutherford. Okay, I was not expecting this one. This is the Yak Prince that Pinkie Pie goes to. He's pretty cool. He talks like, Yaks are best. Yaks are the coolest. Yak no get help from puny pony. That's kind of how he talks. He's he's pretty funny. Kind of prideful, a little bit like Rainbow Dash, but he's a pretty cool character.
Got that Soviet pride.
I would say he's probably B tier. You know, he's definitely better than some of these others. Maybe A tier, just depending on what you think about him. Would you agree that like he's B tier?
I don't know him that much, so this one's up to you.
All right, yeah, I'd put him in B tier. He's pretty funny, for his limited amount of time he's on the show. Next is Flurry Heart. My sister said that if I don't put her in S tier, she'd kill me. But since I have you,
B tier.
you can decide. I'll be like, I'm not gonna decide where she goes. You
Can't
decide.
talk. B tier. She doesn't talk.
Well, there you have it. Wasn't my decision, so she can't beat me up.
B for baby.
Baby tier. This is the baby tier. Alright, next,
Yes.
another dragon, Ember. She
I've seen her
is the
before.
ruler of the dragons. She's kind of cocky. She's a lot like Spike, but just a little bit more aggressive. She's pretty cool. I'd say she's one of my top favorite characters, you know, in the top 20, you know, top 10.
Mm-hmm.
She's yeah, I guess that's really all to say. She's cool. She's got like a cool demeanor to her. I would put her in A tier. What about you?
A tier. A tier. Yeah.
Alright. I like her. She's cool. Next is a character called Thorax. You probably don't remember him in this form. Do you remember the changelings?
Yes.
They were like those people that could shapeshift.
Yes, I know who should. Yes.
So this guy was one of those, but they all turned good, and they started looking like this.
I remember that.
Kind of like too nice. Like he's a real nice guy. He was cooler when he wasn't a change. I mean, when he was a changeling, he was a lot cooler than he is now. Now he's like
They just vibe.
he's just vibing, you know.
Yeah. He got that good vibe spirit going though.
I'd put him on C tier if you'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Alright. Next one, Princess Skylar. So this one was in the movie that we watched.
Oh,
together.
I like Princess Skylar.
She reminds me of Pinkie Pie, but just like a little bit toned down.
Probably A tier. I say nice little. Well, we've only seen her once, so I say either A or B tier.
She's pretty bubbly, but yeah, I'd put her in B tier. She's not my favorite, but she's not boring. Like I'm interested. And then after that is Queen Novo. This is her mom.
I like Queen Nova. She got that nice little African American mother that will love every one of her child's friends.
She's like
that
PG
kind of
Medea.
Yes.
Would you say she's also B tier?
Yes.
Alright, that's fair. I like that she's not just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna be friends now. She's like, okay, prove it. And then Twilight steals her orb thing and she's like, get out. You're out. You're banished. How dare you? Alright, next is Granny Smith. So, Applejack's... She's like the Queen of England. She never dies. She's just around forever.
She's not gonna die. We have to protect her.
She's got like this immortal shield around her. I don't know. She cannot be killed.
She's what this world needs.
We don't deserve her, but it's what we need.
We don't deserve her.
But her character, she gets on my nerves sometimes. She's kind of annoying. I would put her in C tier, unless you have strong feelings one way or another.
No, I think you're right.
The
Sometimes he's just there most of the time.
I'm gonna put her in D tier. All right, next, Big Mac, the McDonald's
Big
special.
Mac. Dang, I put Big Mac in a solid A tier.
I'd agree. I think I like him. He only says nope or
Yup. Yup.
He actually has a few more lines than that, but for the most part, that's what he says. Yeah, I'd say A tier. I like him.
He's the most underpaid. He's the most underpaid voice actor. He doesn't
That's
pay.
true.
He doesn't get paid very much.
I wonder if like one of the girl characters, like let's just pretend Applejack just also does a super deep voice for Big Mac. That'd be pretty funny.
They just tone down her voice.
She goes like, "Yep," and then they go to.
Don't say
"Yep,
that ever again.
yep."
Stop. Never do that again.
You don't like my girl impression?
No, that was horrible. Which thoughts? Can we copy strike video?
All right. Next person is, I really like this character, Pinkie Pie's sister, Maud.
Mod Pie. Be here.
All right. I'd go A, maybe A or B. She's very anti-funny, which makes her funny, if that makes sense. So.
Makes her. She is. It's pretty funny to have her around.
Mm-hmm. After that, we have Boulder. So this is Maud's pet rock. I thought it deserved to have its own spot on the tier list.
It does.
Yeah, would you consider Boulder to be on the same level or above?
Double S tier. Create a new tier.
She's just up here. He's right next to our hearts, next to right next
to our boy.
Next to the man that
What if Spike eats him, bro? Spike likes rocks.
Yeah, I guess he does like gemstones. You're just like Maud makes him angry, so he grabs Boulder out of her hand and eats him.
So are they finished with the series, or they keep going?
I think they finished. They went on a really long run, like 9 seasons.
What happened at the end?
It was like kind of like a what happened afterward episode. Like, you get to see them all older, Hold on, let me show you what Spike looks like. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He's a Chad.
Why does he look like this?
This
is a first image.
Get this off my... get it away.
Get that away from me. What is that? That's not the Spike I know.
Alright, next person. We can go pretty fast with a couple of these because they're not super involved. Mudbriar. This is Maud's boyfriend. I put him in like E tier because if Maud was already kind of bland funny, but he's just bland. So like, you know how Maud likes rocks? He likes sticks. And they bond over that. So...
You said he likes sticks?
Yeah, his cutie mark is literally a stick in the mud. So I think he deserves an E tier.
Wow, what a stick in the mud.
I know, right? Next, we talked about this one before we started recording, but this is Zephyr Breeze. So, do you remember what he's about?
He is Fluttershy's brother who...
No, this is... Oh, yeah, sorry. Fluttershy's brother.
Who's basement dweller. Very creepy, does not have social cues very much.
He's a leech.
He's not a bad person, so I'd say D tier.
Yeah, I'd agree. D tier. After that, we got Smolder. So this is...
Never heard of this person.
Okay, I'm gonna put a couple of characters on screen, and I want you to tell me if you know any of these people. Do you know any of these characters?
None of them.
Okay, so you stopped watching at about season 8. So do you remember Twilight created a school for magic?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
You're forgetting how dumb or how bad my memory is.
You might just have like gotten amnesia. So these guys are students at her school, and so you know how like there's 6 of the main characters: Twilight, Applejack, Rarity.
There's 6 of the side characters, like the main, like the co-main 6.
So these are like the other creature 6. They're called like the young 6 or something. So I will just give you a quick breakdown of each one of them, and I will put them in each tier, okay? Because you don't really know.
Alright.
Or maybe if you think about them one way or other. So we got Smolder. Smolder is a lot like Ember. I consider them almost the exact same person, just Ember's younger. A cool collected individual. I would put her in A tier. Pretty cool. I honestly don't even remember this one's name, so I'm having to look. We got Celeste. It's either this one or this one. I don't really like this character.
I like
very much.
the pink thing, the pink one. I like that one.
Yeah, I think she's a lot like Pinkie Pie in her flamboyance. She's very energetic. I would. Put
Are you
her
saying she kind of reminds me
she's going in
of
easier? I don't like this
Princess
character.
in the movie in the movie they had?
Yeah, she's one of those creatures. She's those hippogriffs.
Hippogriffs.
Yeah, I would put her in C tier, unless you want to put her in B tier.
C tier.
Okay, she's just kind of there, you know.
Yeah.
Gallus is my guy. Out of all of them, he's pretty cool. I would put Gallus in B tier. He's
What a gallus.
he has the same qualities of Rainbow Dash with overconfidence, and he's just a little less cool than Rainbow Dash, but I still like him. This guy, don't even remember his name. He's just kind of the pony of the group. he's all right. Sandbar, D tier. I just don't care for the guy. And then Yona is a very interesting character. I feel like she's a fan favorite by a few people, but
She looks like a horse girl. Like if you know
You're
what I
literally
mean,
talking
like
about
a girl
like,
that likes
a show
a girl
about
that
horses.
she looks,
Saying
she looks like a girl that likes horses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, she does go to the pony school. You remember how we talked about the yak guy? To me, she's like a less likable yak guy. I would put her in C tier. She's cool, and I like the scene she's in. I just have other characters that I like her more. That's why. Alright, next, these are some characters that I think you'll definitely know. Diamond Tiara.
Diamond Tiara had a nice little character development arc.
Yeah, she was the mean girl turned
Good.
yeah.
So
like
I'd
her.
say
I
B
think she's cool.
or B or C.
I'd say B. I like her. She's cool. And then we have
I just
Les.
really liked that episode.
Yeah, that was
You know, where she turned good, where
that
the
was-
Cutie Mark Crusaders got the Cutie Mark.
that was just wholesome. I like
Because of that, because that song is like "Make Our Mark." Just primarily because I liked that song.
Winter wrap up, winter wrap up. They got so many good
Long
songs.
song.
Next we have like the I don't even want to talk about her. She's just like she's just the same character as her, just less cool. I'm gonna
Put her.
I'm
No,
put her in
no, no.
D tier.
D tier.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'm waiting to see who makes F tier.
I already know who's going in F tier. I already got a
Who is
couple.
it?
Do you want to go ahead and talk about who I want to put in F tier?
Yeah.
Sludge. I hate Sludge. Do you remember this guy?
I feel like I do, but why do you hate Sludge?
Okay, I'm not even gonna. I'm putting him in F tier before I even talk about him. So there's an episode where Spike, he's living in the castle with Twilight because they have a castle in the later seasons.
Yeah.
And this guy comes to the castle like, "Hey Spike, I'm your long lost father." And Spike's like, "Whoa, I have a dad? That's really cool." So they start hanging out, right? Well, this guy is not Spike's father. He's just some fat dragon that wants to live in a castle and get fed stuff. He's just a terrible person, and I hate him.
Why would you do that to my boy Spike?
I know,
like
it's
that?
like you're gonna disrespect my favorite character, like F tier. Sorry about that. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just don't like him. S tier is the Spike tier. F tier is the Sludge tier.
Yeah.
Next is Snips. So this guy is like the school weirdo. I would say. You remember him?
Yes.
He's
I like him. I really like him.
He's kind of funny. Yeah.
I'd say solid B tier.
I'd agree. I think he's pretty cool. Not as cool as like some of these other ones, but I like him.
So is Sludge gonna be the only F tier?
Unless there's actually no, there's a few there's a few coming up that I don't like. Next is Snails. It's kind of like the
C tier.
C tier. I'd agree. He does have some cool scenes later in the series though, where he's on. There's this team they have. It's like a ball team. So like there's a pony, a Pegasus, and an Earth pony. I said pony twice. There's a unicorn, Pegasus, and Earth pony, and they like kick the ball. It's like Quidditch, but with ponies. And he's on the pony part of on the unicorn part of the team, and he's really really good at the game. It's pretty cool. All right, we got some villains now. This will be more fun to talk about. Queen Chrysalis. Do you remember her?
I do remember her. Queen Chrysalis, I'd say, was in. She was a pretty good villain. She was pretty intimidating. I just wish I saw a lot more of her, but I just thought she was really intimidating.
Yeah, she was in the finale. She and Lord T-Rex and Cozy Glow were kind of like the antagonists for the end of the show. She was my favorite out of those three. I would put her as a villain in. I'd put this character in B tier. She's better than some of these other ones. Next is King Sombra. He's like the cool guy villain. He took over the Crystal Empire. He's pretty cool. I'd put him in A tier. He's just a cool looking character, you know what I'm saying? Lord T-Rex. This is the buff, red, like centaur guy. He was actually in the season 1 finale, I believe, so you should know him.
I think he's alright. It's okay though.
Like, where are we thinking?
I'd say B tier.
B tier? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, B tier?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was that cool.
B.
I was thinking like D or C tier. Yeah, I think he's kind of.
Oh, are we saying like put him at a high tier for like good villain or low tier for like the worst, like
it's
the
like,
most evil?
It's more like who you like as a character. Like this tier list is not about like are they good people, are they bad people. It's like do you like the character?
Oh.
And I just feel like the character's kind of meh.
He's alright.
I'd put him in C tier. Do you dislike him more than that?
Yeah, let's meet in the middle. Yeah, C tier.
Alright, next one is the Storm King from the movie.
Didn't like Storm King.
He's really not serious. Like he seems like he's gonna be like this super pumped up crazy guy, and then he's just like has no idea what he's doing.
Looks like a monkey.
I think he is a monkey. That would make sense.
I'm scared of monkeys.
Are you now?
Yes, they're scary.
Where would you put him? D tier? Do you not like him that much? Or okay. Alright, you probably have no idea who this is. This is Cozy Glow. She was with the school they made. She was a student there, but she's like absolutely bonkers. Like, she's got like she's got some kind of mental illness for sure. She's crazy. I dislike her a lot because her character just looks really weird to me, and how she like fakes being a good person and is actually like insane. I would put her in F tier along with Sludge. Alright, so next one that we're gonna do is the great and powerful Trixie. I really like this character. What about you?
I like her. She's out there. You know, she's not boring. Whenever she's on screen, she's pretty fun.
She always announces that she's there. It's never like, oh yeah, Trixie's just walking into the room. It's like, hey guys, it's me, Trixie.
It's like, hey guys, it's me. You know, Trixie.
Your boy, Trixetta.
Your
Back at
boy.
it again.
With the white band.
I really like her. I'd put her in A tier. That's my preference. A or S tier.
I'd put her in A tier.
A tier
sounds okay.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
She's pretty cool. I like her better than Sunset Shimmer. Is that her name? I
think that, yes.
I don't know. It's whoever Twilight Apprentice is.
She was the girl in the movie. We're in the Equestria girl movie, I think.
Oh, well, I must be thinking about the wrong person. I meant Twilight has an apprentice, Her name is like Starlight or something. Oh, it's Starlight Glimmer. I see it further up in the. All right. Anyway, next person. One of my favorite characters in the whole show. If it doesn't go in S tier, I'm revolting. Discord. Ooh. This is a good one. Like, need I say more?
Perfect character.
Like, he's right up there next to Boulder and Spike. Like, perfect characters.
Did he pop up near the end of the show? Like, did he like pop up here and there? Because I remember he was like a very prominent character in the beginning.
He was super important. It was okay. Let me give you a quick rundown. At the very
season 1 to 4, he was like he had a big play in the show from season 1 to 4. That's what I know.
Well, he was really important at the end because, all right, you see, what is this guy's name? The red guy. Lord T-Rex. Okay, Lord T-Rex is the red one. Cozy Glow. Okay, so Lord T-Rex, Cozy Glow, and Chrysalis, the bad guys, they all, and also Lord Sombra, but he's not. Don't worry about him. They're all working under this guy called something or other. He's like some bad guy. Well, it turns out that bad guy was just Discord in disguise, and he was setting them up to attack Equestria, but make them purposefully fail so that Twilight would get a boost of confidence. And then they figured out that it was Discord, and they stole all his magic, and then they attacked.
I remember when Discord was like bad.
When he was what?
Bad, like actually, trying to be a bad guy, but then he was just like, oh, it's okay.
He kind of, I don't know how to describe him.
He's like the Doofenshmirtz of this show. Off topic, did you know Phineas and Ferb's making a new movie? They already released a trailer.
It's like Candace Against the Universe, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait to watch that.
It's looking good. I think I haven't watched the trailer yet, but from what I've heard, it's pretty good. All right, next one we got is Alizoto or Alizoto. In My Little Pony, there's this book series called Daring Do, and the protagonist in the book series is actually real, and all the adventures that she goes on in the book series actually happen in the story. And so, like, the main characters are able to go on these, like, adventures or whatever. And Alizoto is, like, the bad guy in that book universe that's actually a real universe. It's complicated, but he's cool. He's, like, a protector of the jungle. He's pretty evil, except he's not really. You come to find out near the end of the series that he's just been protecting his jungle this whole time. I think he's just alright. I'm going to put him in C tier. He's pretty cool, but there's cooler people than him. Alright, next one is Garble.
He's just a bad person in general. I'd put him down at E tier. I wouldn't say F. He's not terrible. He's just a bully, but like I'd say E or D tier for me.
Yeah, he's kind of lame. He gets like a redemption arc later in the show, but he just learns to play like an instrument. I think he becomes like a jazz singer. It's just really weird. I don't like him that much. I'd agree, E tier. He's like, he goes from bully to weird soul dance singer person. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. Alright, next, Dr. Cabaleron. Just like Alizoto, this guy was also one of those book villains from Daring Do. I'm just gonna put him in B tier. I'll skip the whole lengthy thing. He's pretty cool, kind of evil, but I like him as a character. Alright, next we got Starlight Glimmer. So this is Twilight's apprentice.
Was that the one who took everyone's cutie marks?
Yeah, that was her. She was the one that like took everyone's cutie marks in that town. Made it all communist.
Yeah, I didn't like her, but like she's okay now. I'd say
C tier. I think she's pretty meh as well. Don't really have any strong feelings one way or another.
Yeah, probably C tier.
Next is her best friend, Starburst. Oh, wait, no, not Starburst. That's a candy. Sunburst. You can tell I'm hungry for some candy.
I'm just hungry in general.
Yeah, Sunburst is pretty cool. I like him. If I was gonna be a character in this show, feel like I'd be him. He's kind of like, he knows a lot about magic, and he's terrible at magic. It's alright. I'd say I'm gonna put him in A tier. I like his character a lot. He's cool. Alright, next. Tempest from the movie. I also put in parentheses next to Tempest. Her real name is Fizzlepop Berry Twist.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna let you lead this one since we watched the movie pretty recently together.
She was a pretty good villain. I liked her a lot. You know, it was always fun to see her in actually on screen. I know she was like, "Oh, she's a bad guy. You're not supposed to like the bad guy." But like for me, I'd say she was at a solid B tier for me.
Okay, I'd agree with that. Also liked her song a lot. The
Open Up Your Eyes. That one.
Open up your eyes. I probably did that completely wrong.
You did, but it's okay. I forgive you.
All right, next guy. I called him the Sandwich. It's Grubber, the guy. Her little henchman.
S tier.
S tier?
S tier.
You're really
Put him straight in S tier.
Okay,
Okay,
I was
A
thinking
tier.
like B tier. You think A tier?
A tier, because like
He kind of
Come
just walks around eating food most of the movie.
he was clearly the best character in that movie.
He's
He was better than Spike. He was better than Spike.
Okay. Now I'm thinking D tier. If you're saying he's those are fighting words. I'd put him in A tier. That's my compromise. All right. Next is Chancellor Naysay, which I know you're not gonna know who this guy is. Do you know?
Tall. He looks tall. I don't like that.
He's got long legs.
He's taller than I am. I don't like that.
He's a
Get rid of
stiletto.
him.
He is a grouch. That's his personality. He like works for the school board and keeps on trying to close down Twilight School over and over again. I would put him in either D, E, or F tier. It's just up to you where you think this guy should go.
I don't know him that well, so this is up to you, buddy. I don't know him at all. So
I don't hate him as much as these two, so I'm gonna put him in E tier. He's just annoying. Like, there's no scene that he's in and I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's cool. Alright, next, you'll definitely know these people. Flim and Flam, the Wheeler Dealer brothers.
I know them. I like I like the guy's mustache. You know, I've seen him before. I would put him in either B. I'd put him in either B or C tier. I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't put him low. Probably C tier.
I would put him in A or B tier. I can go C tier if you think they're C tier. I really liked them as characters, though. I thought they were A tier characters, but do you think they're kind of lower?
Let's compromise on B tier.
Okay, I'm just I'm running out of room in B tier. I have no more room for this guy.
We can just C tier. Let's just say he's B tier, but put him in C tier.
I'm gonna move this guy down to C tier. No one has to know. There we go.
No one has to know.
B tier. Alright. Now, from here on out, these are mostly just, like, kind of one-off characters, so we can go pretty fast through them. They are cool, but, like, we don't have to talk about them for very long, because, well, you'll see. Next one is Photo Finish. She was in very little of the show. Do you remember her?
Yeah, I remember her.
I think she worked with Rarity, maybe? Is that correct? I could be wrong.
I don't remember, but I know her.
I think that's the point, that I just don't remember her. So I think she goes in D tier.
Clearly, she wasn't impactful enough to remember.
Yeah, she didn't really leave an impact on me. Next one, Daring Do. This is the one from the book series that I was telling you about.
Daring Do. Put Daring Do on C tier. C or D?
I'd agree with C. She was pretty cool, but like, I don't know.
Reese, I think you underestimated the amount of characters you actually have in this.
Okay, so I started this tier list about, you see my mouse?
Yeah.
This is about where I had it, then I extended it, then I extended it more, and I extended it more, and then we're still running out of room.
Yeah.
Alright,
a lot of characters.
I think she goes in C tier. She wasn't that memorable. I mean, she was memorable, but every scene she was in, I was like, Rainbow Dash is better. Like, she's just another Pegasus. Next one, Songbird Serenade. This was the singer in the movie that we watched. Appeared very briefly.
D tier.
I'd agree. Not really much of an impact.
I didn't like her singing.
Really? I think.
Yeah, I don't like the lady who plays her. I don't like her. Her singing is, she likes to mumble whenever she sings. She's one of those, and it's like she has like a loogie in the back of her.
She was
It's literally disgusting.
She was the person that was her voice was
Sia?
Sia? Is it Sia or Sia?
It's Sia, I think.
I think she looks a lot like her. Anyway, moving on. We don't care about her that much. Vinyl Scratch. This was like the DJ that was in the background all over the place. A tier? I liked her a lot. I'd agree. A or S tier? Which one?
A.
Okay. Yeah, she was cool. She didn't really talk at all. But
She never talked.
She didn't need to. She was too busy doing some beats.
Jamming. She was jamming.
Next one's Fancy Pants. Just another fancy person that lived in Canterlot. I think he's kind of a lamer gamer.
E tier.
E? Yeah, I didn't like him that much either. Spitfire. She was on the Wonderbolts, the Wonderbolts captain.
So, are you putting every named character in this tier list? Is this literally every named character in the show?
No, I took out a good bit. I just, if I was like, yeah, I remember this character, I put them in. After we're done with a tier list, I'll show you every named character that's in this show, and we could go on for quite some time if we did all that.
Alright.
But most of those would just go in D, E, and F tier because I don't care about them that much. So, I figured we'd skip them. What can I say except you're welcome? Alright, Spitfire, leader of the Wonderbolts. I'd put her in C tier. She was just meh. Pretty cool, but she was just like a foil for Rainbow Dash.
What?
Next is Star Swirl the Bearded. This guy was... Oh, you didn't watch the... Hold on, I'm gonna do the same thing I did earlier with the... Remember, do you know any of these characters?
None of them.
Okay. Yeah, this is just like that last time. I will put... These are like the... Before... Twilight, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Fluttershy were the main 6. These guys were like back in time, the 6 hero people. So
are these the ones with what did they have? They had
Elements of Harmony.
Yeah, them.
Yeah, they're like the creators of the Tree of Harmony and all that. So I'll just go ahead and rank them. I think Star Swirl the Bearded is A tier. And the rest of them are gonna go pretty low. I think this guy is D tier, don't care much about him. This girl is pretty cool, I'd put her in C tier. I mean, she's cool, but she's not. And the rest of them I'm gonna put in like... this guy is an F tier. These are gonna go in E tier. They're just not that cool. Like, I just don't care that much about them. And that's not just me trying to fill up D, E, and F tier. It's actually they're not that cool. Alright,
next. They didn't have a big impact.
Huh?
They didn't have a big impact, even though they did.
Yeah, I mean...
They weren't important, but they were at the same time. They didn't play a huge role in the show, but they made the cutie mark. So they made all that not cutie marks, the elements of whatever it's called, harmony. Freaking harmony. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think we should maybe... I don't feel like scooting the tier list further out. So I think we could be able to fill some of these... I think we should push some of the characters up tiers. Like in B and A tier, I think some of these deserve to be an S tier. Like, what do you think about that?
Fluttershy. Put Fluttershy in S tier.
Alright, yeah, I think Fluttershy, S tier. How about we'll go
Right
back
next
and
to
forth?
Drifloon.
I think she should go in S tier. What about who do you think else should go in S tier? We'll do two
Wait.
more. So you can do one more, we'll do one more.
Vinyl Scratch, probably.
Alright, S tier. I will go Princess Luna in S tier. Alright, now I'll move these over. I think that's fair. I think we were maybe a little too harsh at the beginning. I think more of them deserve to be in S tier. And with that said, do you want to move any of the ones in B tier up to A tier? We could do a few of those. How about we both do 2?
What do you mean?
So do what we just did for S tier, but do it from B to A tier.
I'd say Apple Bloom,
Okay.
Sweetie Belle.
Apple and Sweetie Belle. Alright. I will say Flim and Flam and Maud. We're kind of running out of room. Why did I make this picture so big? Alright, I'm just going to say Maud. Maud can go up there.
I don't think it's the pictures that's the problem. I think it's just there's a lot of characters.
That is a very fair point. Could we move Sweetie Belle back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move Sweetie Belle back. Alright.
Even though I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still.
Alright, and I'm gonna move... No, I'm gonna leave it. Except I'm gonna move her up to B tier. I think she deserves to be B tier. Okay, I think that's a better spread. Give it a quick look. Is there anyone that you think is in a tier that they shouldn't be in?
Hold on 1 second. Alright. No, not really. I mean, Storm King, you can move him down to E tier.
Really? You didn't like him that much?
He was stupid, bro. Like, and he died. Bro, he's dead. He's the only one in this show. He's one of the only characters in this show that, like, canonically died.
Yeah, I heard somewhere that Hasbro really didn't want... That's the toy company for My Little Pony. They really didn't want people to die in this show. So I think he was, like, the only one. And he was even... And his little pieces were even shown, like, moving around in the credits. So I think they were really trying not to make it seem like he was dead. Alright. Mayor Maine. This is the mayor of Ponyville.
I don't really care that much about her.
I would put her in either D or C tier because she is just kind of there, just exists. It's up to you whether you think D or C tier.
D.
Okay, that's fair. I think a good qualifier for D tier is if they're not good enough for C tier. Like if they're C tier is like average characters, D tier is like
I think the tiers we didn't see them enough.
Huh?
They didn't have a big impact on the show, and they weren't important enough for anyone to really care about.
Precisely. Doesn't mean they're exactly bad characters.
Doesn't mean they're bad. It's just no one really cared for them because there was nothing special about them.
All right. Next one is Cheerilee. This is the teacher at Sugar Bell.
Oh, Miss Cheerilee, bro.
Yeah, she's the teacher.
I know Miss Cheerilee.
Tell us a little bit about her.
She's a teacher. She's a nice teacher. She just can be mean sometimes. Most of the time she's pretty nice. I think she deserves the B tier.
B tier? I'd agree. There's even a little slot for her. Look at that. Either B or C, but since you're saying I would have said either B or C, but since you said B, I will agree with B. Okay. Next is Bulk Biceps, the Chad pony. Thick. Extra thick. I would say A or B. If you're saying S tier, I would say
A tier.
A tier. Yeah, he's cool. He's just kind of in the background. Doesn't have a lot of.
I like his little yell
Yeah.
all the time.
He gets into it.
He's perfect.
All right, cheese sandwich,
Oh,
voiced by
shoot.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Awesome, bro. He's awesome. I don't know what to put him in, but he's just awesome.
I would put
Great
him in
songs.
S tier.
And Weird Al is just great in general.
Ooh, actually, I might be able to squeeze him in A tier if I do a little fandangling. Hold on. Okay. So I was moving some stuff around. I am actually still in the process of moving things around. I didn't move any of the characters around. Just all right. Next, you will not believe who is next. We have Boneless, the rubber chicken. So this was Weird Al. I mean, sorry, Cheese Sandwich's chicken that he rode on his back.
I would say either C or D tier.
I would say B or C, so I could agree with C tier if we meet in the middle. I think he was pretty cool. So C tier.
Yes.
Sugar Bell. This was Big Mac's girlfriend in the later seasons.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. I wasn't that huge of a fan of her. I would say maybe D tier. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Just kind of there. Alright, did you ever play Minecraft Story Mode?
Yes.
You know the Jesse, the guy?
Yeah.
Quibble Pants is voiced by him. This guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like that
I think he
game.
also voices Remy from Ratatouille. I could be wrong about that, though.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's a really stickler. He's like a stickler character. He's like a rule follower, but he's pretty cool. I would say B tier, but if you have a difference of opinion,
I think that's good.
okay. He's in the same kind of episodes as Rainbow Dash with the Daring Do stuff. So, all right, Trouble Shoes. This is the donkey, I think. No, he's the horse that gets in trouble because he's like constantly falling over himself. Do you remember him? He ends up turning into like a clown at a rodeo.
No, I don't remember him.
Alright, I'll just put him in D tier. Skip the hassle. He's just not that memorable of a character and not that memorable of an episode. Alright, next is Zecora, the zebra. The voodoo witch doctor lady.
I liked her. I'd either say B or C.
Okay. I would say B tier. I think she was pretty cool, all things considered. I like her.
Alright.
Next is Cranky Doodle Donkey. This guy's just as much of a stick in the mud as the dude that has a cutie mark of a stick in the mud.
E tier.
I'd agree. Just not that cool of a character. Next is Seabreeze. She's a tiny, literally only appeared in one episode. About
Not that big an impact. I'd say either D, E.
I would say D. Not a bad character, just don't care about her that much. Alright, next is Iron Will, the giant bull. He was the motivational speaker that was also a con artist.
He was a con artist? Put him in E tier.
Really? I was going to put him in S tier. I really liked him as a character.
Oh.
Do you
I
remember-
never heard of this guy.
I mean,
That's
if I'm saying C, I mean, if you're saying S, no, I'm getting these words mixed up. If you are saying it, I'm gonna put
Letters,
it in C tier.
letters, not words, my
I'm going
friend.
to meet in the middle and say C tier. I'm
Why
losing
don't you
my mind just a little.
I'm losing my mind just a little.
In the
So why-
middle. Alright, next is Captain Ciliano? Who is this? Oh, it's the bird. The bird from the movie. The pirate. The bird pirate. Parrot lady.
I thought she was okay.
Okay. Where are you thinking? C? B?
C. Just put it over a character.
Sorry, Yona. You're going in D tier.
You want to put her in F tier, bro?
Oh, I didn't mean it, Mr. Stark. Alright.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
I don't feel so good, Twilight Sparkle. Alright, next is Capper Dapper Paws. I really liked this character. He was very slick and sly. I would think B tier. How did you feel about him?
Probably. I think that too. BG.
Alright.
Oh,
Where to put you?
They're all so good.
Okay, this guy's gonna go into...
D tier. Or
He's
either
not gonna
tier.
go that far. I'm just moving him there for now. I'm reevaluating some choices I made. Some of them were made in poor decision making.
That's pretty
Why
trash.
did I think this guy was B tier? He's alright, but he's no... Okay, I'm gonna move... Sorry, my man. You tried your best. You're just not that cool. Do you agree with that? Do you
Yeah.
or... actually, that's not fair. This guy's kind of cool. He deserves to be in C tier. Who out of these people do you think is, like, kind of lamer gamer? Or do you think this guy should be in D tier? They're both
D tier,
yaks. You think this guy should be in D tier?
Yeah.
That's fair. Alright,
D
keep
for
going.
Yak.
Stephen Magnet. This guy is the river dragon that was in the first ever episode of the show.
I don't know.
I liked his character, but he appeared like twice, so I'm gonna put him in D tier.
Okay. I'm just trying to fill up some space.
Alright, we only got a few left. Angel, the bunny. Did you have a feeling about her?
Not really.
Oh, the rest of these characters, the only ones that we have left are all animals. The pets of the main characters.
You know, I'm surprised you didn't put like Sunset Shimmer in here.
From the movie? Or the TV show?
Well, I don't think Equestria Girl should count.
Yeah, I didn't really like... I watched the movie, and I was like... Okay.
I thought it was a pretty good movie.
I thought it was okay, but it just wasn't great, you know? It was like, yeah, this was okay.
They weren't furries.
Huh?
They weren't furries.
I
Sorry,
thought it was
furries.
kind of weird
Sorry,
that they were
furries
like
out there.
still different colors. Like, they were just like dyed human beings. It's like, okay, that's kind of strange.
Dead.
Alright, Angel, where do you think she should go? She didn't really have that much of an impact on the show. Just depends on how you felt about this character.
I don't like bunnies.
Oh, really? I was going to put her in either D or E tier. What are you thinking?
Either one would work.
Okay, I'm going to say E tier, just because she's really impatient. Or he, I don't know. I think it's a guy, maybe. Alright, Winona, the dog, Applejack's dog, barely appears in the show at all.
I've seen the dog. I've only seen it like not that much.
I would put it in E tier just because we see it like barely ever, and I just don't care about it that much. Do you like the dog a little bit better?
Nah.
So where would you put it?
Same place, E tier.
All right. This next one, without question, goes in F tier. Opalescence, Rarity's cat. I hate this cat a lot.
I've seen it. Yeah, I remember her.
What do you
Yes.
remember about? I want to make sure you dislike this stupid cat.
It's just a scumbag. I mean, it caused some trouble.
Just constantly gets in trouble.
Yes.
Alright, I'm putting in F tier. Congratulations, there's only 3 of you here, and you are one of them. Alright, these next couple, we're probably going to have to make some room in the tiers above here, because I really like these characters, unless you don't like them. We got Gummy, the crocodile. This is Pinkie Pie's.
I didn't have a problem with Gummy.
I would put him in S tier, because I really, really liked him. You like him that much too?
Yeah.
Alright, next is Owlicious. I think it's Owlicious. Twilight's owl lived in her library.
Didn't do much.
You know, I'm pretty sure that Owlicious died. Maybe? Because, like, I remember she had, like, a library, and then it, like, burnt down, and I never saw Owlicious again. Maybe? I'm just imagining things. I could be crazy. I'd put Owlicious in C tier. Would you agree with that?
But D, I'd say medium pet. Not really. Not a problem, but not really that great. You know, they weren't as bad as that cat.
I would agree as well. It would do some weird stuff too. In the episode that it came out with, it was like tilting its head all the way back, like a freaky owl. Alright, next is Tank. This is Rainbow Dash's pet. It's a turtle.
I'd put him in A tier, but there's no space.
I can make some space. Where do you want him to go? Who do you want
tier.
to replace him with? I can. Okay, how about this? Would you put him
wizard?
Would you put him in S tier?
No,
Okay.
No, that rock belongs there.
All right, sorry. You want to get rid of the wizard?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can fandangle him in here. Hold on. It's some fandangling time. And just for you, I have saved the best for last. It's the last character on our tier list. Are you ready?
Yes.
Last one is the Smooze. If there was like a My Little Pony trivia show, he would be on there as like, guess that character. Who is the Smooze? I'll give you the rundown. So Discord was not invited to this party, or so he thought. He actually was invited, and he wanted to make everybody feel bad that he wasn't invited to the party. So he brought along the Smooze, which is literally just like a slime blob that just consumed everything.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not that great of a character. I'd put him in E tier. That was just a funny little last character. Alright, so we are done. We have done every character in the tier list. So, I think we should do one final look over to see if there's any characters you think don't deserve to be where they are, and let me know. So let's just give it a look over. Anybody you think needs to be somewhere else?
Nope, not really. I mean, I think everyone's where they need to be.
I'm where I'm meant to go, and at last I see the light.
Looks okay. I mean, I don't see any problem.
I think we did a good job. Alright guys, so this has been our My Little Pony super manly testosterone filled tier list. You could tell we spent a lot of effort putting all these characters in here. Honestly, just like, I feel super tired. What about you? How do you feel?
I feel more tired about this one than I did with the cracker tier list.
I mean, that's fair. We had like 10 crackers in that tier list, and I'm pretty sure there's like 100 ponies here.
Oh yeah.
I regret nothing, and I guess we will see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this awesome video.